As I understand it, there is some pressing deadline with respect to the drawdown of the funds for land acquisition.
Yes.
Are you prepared to talk about that, or is that something Community Services has to speak to?
I guess, well, generally speaking, there is a drawdown deadline of April 30th. So assuming this condemnation goes through and gets finalized on the full committee council meeting, I think at the end of February, would have to either come to some agreement with the property owner, or if we had to file with the court, then would give us enough time to do that.
Okay, I see the Director of Budget and Fiscal here. He might want to add to that.
Yes. Thank you. Good morning, Chair and members. For the record, Rick Smauer, Director of Budget and Fiscal Services. The timeliness for CDBG is measured at the end of April of this year. This, what we have understood from HUD, we asked them if this does go into condemnation and we do make the deposit with the court for the proposed price for the condemnation, would that count towards timeliness? And they have indicated to us that yes, as long as the check is deposited with the court by the April 30th timeline for measurement, then that would count towards the timeliness measurement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if there is going to be some hang-up in the court, and should this property not exchange hands, as the city would like it to happen, then the money gets freed up for another project, I guess, on the list of CDBG eligible?
Yes, I think it would probably come into then, you know, at the point that that decision is made that by the courts, I guess, that the project doesn't move forward, then that would be the point at which I believe the funds would be freed up for whatever projects and alternatives would be on the list at the time the funds are freed, is my belief.
I'll come to my committee again, hopefully on the March 3rd, and then if it comes out of committee, final action March 17th, which really bumps us up to the April drawdown time. All the agencies involved to meet with the respective council members, not just those who sit on this committee, but all 9. The fire department will once again state its case as to why this particular parcel. And I will talk to DDC about whether or not we should pursue Lot 63. I want to see a PIM symbol notification memo from DPP for the record. So we make sure that we have that on file. And if I'm not satisfied when this thing hits the floor, I will refer it back to committee.
Okay, can just for clarification in terms of procedure.
That's my procedure,
no,
sir.
No. I understand.
I've heard from you already.
I'm just curious
okay?
in terms of timing, how it works, because
you know the schedule of the council.
No, yeah.
You'll know that it'll be laid over for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if
in 1 month's time, you better get
right.
some questions answered.
Right. So
if it will go back to this committee for further discussion.
I'm just curious, if it goes back to committee, does it get laid over again to the next council meeting? Yeah. So there'll be a layover, and if it goes back to committee, then it gets laid over again. And then it goes to full council.
And then HUD will be questioning as to why we haven't done the drawdown.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to question why we took this long, bumping up to the timeline, to make these kinds of decisions. As what Chair Apo says, I don't like making decisions because I have a gun to my head.
Yes.
Okay? The vote has been taken.
Okay.
Moving on. All those objecting? The recommendation has been adopted.